Good morning to all. Welcome to the new online class. Hope you are all fine. Today we are going to take class 4th English grammar. Chapter 21 name similes. Chapter name similes. What we mean by similes? Similes are comparison used in daily speech to give depth to a certain quality or thought. This is the definition for simile. Similes are comparison used in daily speech to give depth to a certain quality or thought as. You can see in your textbook, page number 49, 4 pictures are there that will help. That is a helpful examples for you can understand what is similes. First one, as gentle as lamb. As gentle as lamb. As cunning as fox, as poor as a church mouse, as brave as a lion. This is the clear examples for similes. Gentle as lamb, gentle, cunning, poor, brave. These are the similes we used here. And there is one worksheet is given there, and around 20 exercise given there, and I will give the answers through WhatsApp class group with these questions. You may study it well. So this is the 21st chapter, similes. Remember the definition of simile. Similes are comparison used in daily speech to give depth to a certain quality or thought as. And let's move to the next chapter. Chapter 22, verbs intransitive and transitive. Verbs intransitive and transitive. What we mean by intransitive and transitive verbs? First we need to study the definition of transitive and intransitive. Let's move to the first one, intransitive. Actions stated by verbs can be divided into two groups. We know that in every sentence one action is there, action will be there. So actions stated by verbs can be divided into two groups. Which are the two groups? Intransitive and transitives. So verbs can be divided into two groups. That is intransitive and transitive. First one, actions that are limited to their subjects only. Actions that are limited to their subject is known as intransitive verb. For example, the baby cried. The verb cry does not have another word or object after it. So this is considered as a intransitive verb. If a subject needs a verb that should remain limited to it, the subject only, the verb is intransitive. As its action does not affect any other noun except the subject, it cannot be transferred as. More examples there in intransitive verbs. Ants fight fiercely. This is an intransitive verb, fight. After that fight, no object is there. So it is considered as a intransitive verb. Birds fly in the sky. After the bird there is no object, so it is also considered as intransitive verbs. After the fly is the verb. The jackal howled all night. Here howled is the verb. After that verb there is no object, so this is also considered as an intransitive verb. So these are the examples of intransitive verb. First we already learned one example, the baby cried. The baby cried. Cried is the verb, and after that cried there is no object, so it's considered as an intransitive verb. Here ants fight fiercely. Fight is the verb, then fiercely is there. Fiercely is not an object, so it's considered as an intransitive verb. Birds fly in the sky. Sky is not an object, so after that fly there is no verb. so no object, so it is also considered as an intransitive verb. Last one is the jackal howled all night. The howled is the verb, and after that howled there is no object, so it is also considered as an intransitive verb. And remember and keep it in your mind what's the definition of intransitive verb. An intransitive verb is states an action limited to its subject. Intransitive verb states an action limited to its subjects. Intransitive verb. Intransitive verb states an action limited to its subject. And the next one, transitive verbs. Verbs can be divided into two groups, intransitive and transitive. Now we learn intransitive verbs, and let's move to the transitive verbs. If a subject needs a verb that should express an action so that it should affect another noun or verb is transitive. The noun affected by the action of the verb comes after the verb, so it is called the object of the verb as. Here also we can see the examples given there. Mohan sold some books. There is one question. Mohan sold what? Mohan sold books. Here is sold is considered as the verb and the books is the object. So after the verb there is an object, so it's considered as a transitive verb. Mohan sold some books. Sold what? Question is there. Sold books. So sold is the verb and the books is the object. So after the verb one object is there, so it's considered as a transitive verb. In the case of intransitive verb, after the verb there is no object. That's why that's considered as an intransitive verb, or that being an intransitive verb. Here the transitive verbs, in the case of transitive verbs, verb is there and after that one object is also there, so it's being a transitive verb. One more example is there. She dresses her hair. She dresses her hair. Dresses is the verb. What she dresses? Her hair. So the object is their hair. So that is also considered as a transitive verb. He will help us through thick and thin. He will help us through thick and thin. The verb is help. Help whom? Question is there. Help whom? He help us. So us is the object. So after that verb one object is there. So it's also considered as a transitive verb. His words annoyed the teacher very much. Annoyed whom? The teacher. His words annoyed the teacher very much. Annoyed whom? Teacher. Annoyed is the verb or action, and after that verb one object is there. Teacher is the object there. So that's also considered as a transitive verb. So keep it in your mind. A transitive verb is a verb that states an action affecting a noun other than its subject. Put the question what or whom after the verb. The answer it is the object. So all of you keep it in your mind this much, and remember, action stated by verbs or verbs can be divided into two groups. They are transitive and intransitive verbs. In the case of intransitive verbs, action will be there and after the action there won't be any object. Action or verb is there, after that verb there is no object, so that's considered as an intransitive verb. An intransitive verb is a verb that states an action limited to its subject. That's a definition of intransitive verb. And the transitive verb, one sentence will be there and the sentence one verb will be there and after that verb that will be followed by an object, so that's considered as an transitive verbs or action will be there and that will be followed by an object. So after that verbs there will be an object. That kinds of sentence what we can call transitive verbs. A transitive verb is a verb that states an action affecting a noun other than its subjects. These are the two definitions. So today's class we learned two chapters. The first chapter is simile. What is simile? Similes are comparison used in daily speech to give depth to a certain quality or a thought. And the next one, intransitive and transitive verbs. Intransitive verb is a verb that states an action limited to its subject. Transitive verb is a verb state an action affecting a noun other than its subjects. These are the three definitions, and keep it in your mind. What is simile, what is intransitive verbs, what is transitive verbs, and remember the rules also what we studied and how we can find the intransitive and transitive verbs. The worksheet answers of chapter 22 also I will be provided through the WhatsApp class group. Thank you.